Hello everyone, welcome to Cooking with Monisha. Today we are making mutton keema samosas. So let's get into this video. For that, here I have taken a 3.5 liter pressure cooker. To this I am adding 4 tablespoons of clarified butter, also known as ghee. This is a small pressure cooker. So first we are going to make our mutton masala for our samosas. Now to this I am adding 4 medium size finely chopped onions. You need to fry these onions until they turn caramelized. So to fasten up the caramelization process, to this here I am adding some salt. So this will fasten up our caramelization process. So to this here I am adding half teaspoon of salt. Now we'll saute these and fry these until they turn nicely caramelized. Now to this here I am adding 16 small cloves of garlic crushed, and to this I am adding 2 inches of crushed ginger. We are going to saute these so that the raw aroma disappears. We are going to saute these only for few seconds. So once the raw aroma disappears, to this I am adding 4 finely chopped green chilies. Now I am going to saute these and we'll start adding a powdered masala. To this I am adding 1 tablespoon of red chili powder, 1 teaspoon of garam masala powder, half teaspoon of turmeric powder, and some salt to taste. Now I am going to mix this well, and to this we'll add a cleaned and washed mutton mince. So what I have done is I washed this mutton mince nicely twice to thrice, and then I squeezed all the water, and now I am adding it here. So this is 500 grams of mutton mince, also known as mutton keema. Now I am going to mix this well. And now into this pressure cooker we are not going to add a drop of water, nothing. Like this only we are going to pressure cook this, because the mutton will naturally release its water. So don't add any water. So this doesn't require any water. So once it is mixed, I am going to cover with the pressure cooker lid with rubber and whistle on, and we are going to pressure cook this for 1 whistle on medium flame. After 1 whistle, now we are going to cook this on low flame for 15 minutes. So keep a timer on side for 15 minutes. Now it's been 15 minutes. I have switched off the flame and we'll allow this cooker to cool down completely. Now the cooker has cooled down completely. First I'll release the pressure from the whistle nicely and then open the lid carefully. Now once I've opened the lid, now I'm going to switch on the flame and we are going to cook this so that if there is any water content in this mutton mince, it will all evaporate. So I'm going to cook for 4 minutes on medium flame and continuously stir. So once all the water evaporates, I have switched off the flame, and to this I am adding 3/4 bowl of spring onion greens chopped. This will give a very nice flavor to our mutton keema samosas. Now I am going to mix this well, and now I am going to transfer this to a bowl and we'll allow this mixture to completely cool down. So this will be our filling for our mutton samosas. Now we'll start kneading dough for our samosa. For that, here I have taken 2.5 cup of all-purpose flour, also known as maida. This is 360 grams. To this I am adding half teaspoon of ajwain, also known as carom seeds. I am going to crush it between my hands and add it over here. So this will give a nice flavor to our covering. And to this I am adding half teaspoon of salt. I am just lightly mixing the dry ingredients. And to this I am adding 5 tablespoons of room temperature cooking oil. Now gently you need to mix this. Let this become a crumble texture. So once this turn into a crumble texture, as you can see here, that means our covering will become nice, crisp and golden. Now we'll gradually add very little by little water and use less water, and we are going to knead this into a nice stiff dough, not soft dough, into a stiff dough for crispy covering. So now our dough is perfectly ready. I have kneaded this well, as you can see here. Now I am going to tuck in the dough nicely, place it on this ball, and we are going to cover this with a damp cloth. So for the damp cloth, what I am doing is I am just taking a clean cloth, dipping it in room temperature water, squeezing the water from the cloth, and then placing this cloth on top of the dough. So this will help the dough to remain moist. It won't make it dry, and we'll allow this dough to rest for 30 minutes. It's been 30 minutes. Now I am keeping this dough on this counter table. Now we will start dividing this dough into equal size balls. So using our 2 finger, we are going to pinch out the dough, and we'll get equal size ball and place it on top of this plate. So each ball will make 2 samosas. So total we got 10 ball, that means 20 samosas. Now what I am going to do is I am going to apply little bit of oil onto my rolling pin and onto this counter table. Now I'll take one ball and I'll start rolling this dough into an oval shape. So once I flattened it, we want the sheet to be in middle, not thick, not too thin. If you make it thin, then the samosa covering will tear apart, and if you make it too thick, it won't be nice. Now I have cut into half. You need to cut as shown here. Now we will seal this using water, room temperature water. So you need to seal it very nicely, because if you don't seal the samosa covering nicely, it will open up while frying in oil. So be very careful and patiently do this method. Now once I've sealed this nicely, we are making this into a cone, as you can see here. Now I have hold it in my hand, like same way how you hold ice cream cone in your hand, same way. And to this I am filling 1 big tablespoon of mutton masala, 1 to 1.5 tablespoon. Now again I am going to apply water on the dough sheet, and we are going to seal this. So before sealing this, I'll show you 1 minute. I am going to double fold in between, as you can see here, and then again I'll apply little bit of water, and I am going to seal this nicely. So seal it very nicely, because if you don't seal it nicely, it will open up while frying. So be very careful while frying samosas. Now once it is we have made the samosa, what I am going to do is I am going to place it on the plate, a greased tray or plate with oil. On top of that I am going to place these samosas one by one, and I will repeat the same with all the other samosas. So making samosa is very easy. You can make it very easily, and you can make so many samosas out of this recipe. But you need to be patient, you need to seal the dough well, you need to make the dough well, and the frying temperature should be proper. Then only you will get a proper samosa. So one by one I am making all the samosas. So hey friends, if you are new to my channel, please do subscribe and hit that bell icon to stay updated with all my latest videos. And if you like this video, please hit that like button and share this video with all your friends and family. And And remember friends, always fry samosa on very low heat. If you fry on medium flame, then your samosa will obviously open up. So fry on very low heat. So the sealing part, the dough kneading part and the temperature part plays a very important role. So as I have shown you, step by step make the samosas and you will get the perfect samosa. So this samosas are best all time year, or you can have it, you can make it, you can have it all time year. Whenever you want, you can make it and have it. And you need to eat this within 1 to 2 days or 3 days, because it is obviously it is a non-veg filling, so don't keep it for a lot of days. Now all our 19 samosas is ready, because my mutton mince got over, so I could make only 19 samosas and one strip is left on side. Now I am going to keep this in fridge for 35 minutes. Now with this one sheet I am going to make strips. So this we will use for frying first. So what will happen is, when I'll fry these first, the oil temperature will balance. So once you can see very light bubbles, I am going to immediately keep the flame on low and fry these strips first. So once I have fried these, I am going to keep this aside. You can have this while your samosas are frying. You can keep this on side and have this. Now our oil temperature is perfectly balanced. Fry only on low flame. Please don't increase the flame on medium. It will take time to fry the samosas, but it will come out good. So fry these samosas until they turn golden brown in color. So I am placing one by one samosas. My kadai filled at least 6 to 7 samosas each time. After 5 minutes, slowly I am turning the sides, but very slowly. And we'll fry these samosa until they turn golden crisp in color. So it takes little time, but it will be patient while frying. And fry only on low flame. So once they get a nice golden brown crisp coating, you need to remove this from oil, because when you remove it from oil, again it is going to become more dark on its own. So I am going to remove all these samosas on a tissue paper, and we are going to repeat the same with other samosas as well. And they look super crispy and very yummy. Similarly, I am going to fry rest of the samosas, and I have just kept 4 to 5 samosas on side in fridge. I will fry it on next day. So I am frying now currently only 14 samosas. So rest 4 samosas I have kept in fridge. I'll fry it next day. So now all our samosas are perfectly fried. And here I am serving with some mint and coriander chutney and some tomato ketchup. We have got a perfect and super yummy mutton keema samosa. Very tasty, and the filling is so delicious. Definitely try. Please do try and give your feedback on the comment section below. I would love to hear your feedback. And if you like this video, please hit that like button. Thank you for watching.